Don't forget to subscribe for more updates. Breaking news from this large Muslim country. President Trump pissed. Pakistan says it will shoot down U.S. drones in its airspace. Pakistan Air Force chief orders drones shot down if they enter Pak airspace, violating the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Chief of Pakistan Air Force PAF Air Chief Marshal Sohail Aman has said that the PAF could shoot down any drone which violates the country airspace. The orders from Chief Sohail Aman are a complete turnaround from the Air Force previous position in which it condemned drone strikes on its soil but had never threatened to shoot the unmanned aerial vehicles down. Talking to an audience in Islamabad, Aman said, "I have ordered PAF to shoot down drones, including those of the US, if they enter our airspace, violating the country's sovereignty and territorial integrity." The attack on Kamra Air Base was the biggest and most unfortunate tragedy in the PAF history, he said. "We suffered a lot of losses in the incident but did not lose our morale. In fact, we have continued the fight against extremism with unflinching vigor and resolve since then, transforming the PAF into a much stronger force." Talking about the terror threat emanating from Afghanistan, the air chief was of the opinion that where dozens of countries in the world had failed, the PAF had been successful in bringing about peace. "Even Indian defense officials attest to our successes on the battlefield," Aman boasted. The PAF chief also informed the gathering that in the attack on Kamra Air Base, terrorists managed to destroy one PAF SAB plane completely, and also inflicted considerable damage upon another. After the attack on Kamra Air Base, not only did we set out to make the PAF better and stronger, but we were also determined to guide the nation towards self-sufficiency. Now, Pakistan will make its own fighter jets. Discussing security issues at large, the PAF chief noted that the region the country was based in was beset by different challenges and difficulties at the moment. The government of Pakistan started an international campaign against the decision of the United States to recognize Jerusalem, third holy city of Islam, as capital of Israel, revealed today official sources of this country. Government officials explained to Daily the Express Tribune that Islamabad will try convince the members of the Islamic Cooperation Conference (ICC) to adopt a common strategy to exert pressure on President Donald Trump in order to make him change his stand. This week, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan called for an extraordinary summit of ICC to discuss the issue. Pakistan will extend its total support to ICC in case of approving to limit or suspend diplomatic or trade relations with the United States, warned the sources. As part of the general strategy, the newspaper highlights that the foreign ministry began contacting key countries such as China, Russia, Great Britain and France, to whose governments it expressed the deep disgust among Muslims in the world for Trump's decision. The sources explained Pakistani authorities favor a coordinated strategy at the next meeting of the UN Security Council. Yesterday, Pakistan Foreign Minister Khaja Asif denounced the measure and warned it would provoke a new wave of violence in the Middle East. Trump's stand buries decades of U.S. policy and is absolutely reprehensible, he denounced. For his part, a communique of the FM condemned Washington recognition and estimated its attempts against international law and the resolutions of the UN Security Council, especially the 478 of 1980. Pakistan renews its call for the establishment of a Palestinian state, viable, independent and contiguous, based on the internationally agreed parameters, borders prior to 1967 and with Al-Quds al-Sharif Jerusalem as its capital, said an official communique. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister office, Shahid Khagan al-Abbasi, repeated its solidarity with the Palestinian people. The transfer of the U.S. Embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem will alter the legal and historical state of the city, he regretted. It would also end with decades of world consensus on the issue, would undermine peace and regional security besides shattering any possibility of a lasting peace in the Middle East, he stressed.